Learning music production has never been easier. You've got free YouTube tutorials, online communities, and full courses at your fingertips. But to be honest, it doesn't always feel that way. Slow progress, info overload, and that constant second guessing of, am I even getting better? Some days you're fired up, other days doubt creeps in. You start comparing yourself to people online. You think to yourself that you're falling behind and everyone else seems to be winning, apart from you. It's enough to make you want to quit, but that's not going to happen. We've got dreams to fulfill. We've got people to silence. We've got a point to prove. So in this video, I'm going to give you 7 proven ways to actually level up faster. No fluff, just real strategy that you can use right now. So the first thing, learn from everything, not just YouTube. Everyone turns to YouTube when they start. And yeah, it's powerful. Even I use it. Even today, I still use it. It's one of the biggest platforms for us to learn on. But if that's your only source, then you're missing out. Try books. They've got structure, they've got a real beginning, middle and an end. And you've got podcasts. They give you the insight into how a producer thinks, not just what they do. Also, forums are good. That's where you're going to get some real advice from some of the pros who have lived it. But be careful with what you read and take it with a pinch of salt. But there are some gold mines out there if you know where to look. But my advice to you is don't just listen to the loudest voice. Branch out, go wider, go deeper. But remember, whatever you learn, make sure that you try it for yourself. You learn by doing. So one of the fastest ways to learn music production is to remix existing work. Now, if you're using Logic Pro, this is so easy now because you can just drop one of your favorite songs into Logic Pro, use Stem Splitter and extract the files and just use a cappella and create a brand new beat. You can even use the drums, chop up the drums that's in that beat. You can also just look at how the beat has been made, how the song's been made, and get some ideas from that. Structure, sounds used, tempo, everything that is needed to create good music. And by doing this, you're training your ear, you're holding your skills, you're understanding how things work. So let's talk about the 80-20 rule. Less watching, more doing. I'm guilty of this. I listen to a lot of podcasts, I watch a lot of tutorials, and by the end of it, sometimes I haven't got no energy to even create. But what we can do, we can flip that. 20% watching, 80% doing. Watch one video, learn one thing, and then try it. Spend the rest of the day doing what you've learned. Try, fail, and fix. By doing this, it's going to make your skills stick. That's how you get better fast. So let's talk about structuring your learning. YouTube's designed for us to be on there scrolling through, doom scrolling, not necessarily improving. So if you build your roadmap, then you're going to have some kind of structure to your learning. No structure, just going to be random. So what we can do here is pick a focus. One week we're going to focus on mixing vocals. Next week we're going to focus on arrangement. After that, compression and just learning new tools. And when you're doing this, create checkpoints, track what you're learning. And it's not school, I understand that, but you need to have some form of discipline. You need to have some form of knowing what you're doing and keeping track of things. So the next thing I want to talk about is teaching to lock it in. Now this is a cheat code. I do this and it really does help. You don't necessarily have to do this, but if you're teaching someone how to do something, you learn by doing. Figure that out, peeps. I know what it is. So this thing here, it says up there, sends on faders, yeah? So if I put a bus on there, say for example, reverb, and I click on that bus, I can control the sends from that fader. Yeah, that's bananas. I didn't even know about that. Just an accidentally found that. That's mad. I'm going to be using that from now on. You don't have to create a whole video and go on YouTube, but you can tell one of your mates or someone that you talk to about your music and just explain to them what you've just learned. You can even go on Instagram and just break down the EQ basics that you've learned, or even just talk to yourself while you're mixing. We listen, we don't judge. It's okay if you talk to yourself. I'm in a studio all day and that's what I do. That's what I do a lot. But by teaching, you spot the holes, you sharpen your knowledge, you start to clarify what you're doing, and then you own your technique. But if you can teach it, you understand it. And if you don't understand it, then you need to go a little bit deeper. Let's talk about getting feedback and giving feedback. Now this is hard to do because if you're sensitive, if you struggle with criticism, then you might find this one a bit hard, but get used to it. If you're putting your music out there, if you're creative, you're doing stuff, just know that not everyone's going to like what you're doing, but it's important for you to get feedback. That way you can grow. You know what you're doing wrong. How can you improve if you don't know what you're doing wrong? And if you don't like what you've heard, just take it with a pinch of salt. Sometimes our ego will get in the way of us actually growing and being where we're supposed to be because we can't take feedback. Learn how to take feedback and also give feedback as well. If you feel like someone could have done something a bit better or you would have done something in a different way, It's okay to say. We're all in this thing to get better. The next one we'll talk about is courses, using courses to shortcut the struggle. Now, you can go on YouTube and watch a few videos, but the thing is with videos, they're just tutorials. When you start to dive into courses, they're actual courses. They're a little bit more structured. Everything's all in one place. You're not having to go to 2,000, 3,000 different videos trying to find out one way of doing things when you could just grab a course and just learn from that course. I actually love watching courses because I know that if it's mixing vocals course, I know that it's all structured and I'm going to learn something in that specific module. Then I can move on to the next, then just go through the course. But what a lot of people do is when they get a course, they start it and they don't finish it. Don't be that person. Music isn't just about gear and plugins. It's about how you learn. It's about how you apply yourself. It's about the music that you're making. How are you making people feel with your music? How do you feel about your music? Apply smart strategies, get feedback, stay consistent, teach, start a YouTube channel. You're not just making beats, you're creating your future. Create in your lane. Drop a comment if this video hits or share what's helped you to level up. Appreciate you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.